I like it. Hi, I'm the other host. The third host. Ooh. Yeah, live mukbang, dude. Let's go. ASMR that thing. Yeah, crinkle it. Tap the bag. Taco. Taco bag. Scrape the bag. Like, we gotta get closer. It's not loud enough. It's not loud enough. Dang it. Why is it not working? Oh, I actually don't hear you on stream.
There we
Oh,
go.
there we go. That's it. That's it. Nice. Nicely done.
Okay, how about now? Can you hear that?
Dang, I still can't hear it. I need to send you my condenser mic so it can pick up all the
Hey,
details.
that means this is a good dynamic mic.
True? It is
Um,
doing its job.
I guess I'll have to redo my intro. Welcome everyone, and welcome back to the Booze Clues podcast. I am one of your hosts, Christino, alongside with Andy. Go ahead and say hi.
Hi, I'm the other host.
And James will be coming with us later today or later in this stream because he got stuff to do. He gotta finish that first. And I didn't eat yet, so I'm gonna be eating during the stream. The first mukbang with some Taco Bell. Shout out to
Ooh.
Taco Bell, come sponsor me. I eat all your food. And let's see what I got.
Ooh, it's like an unboxing.
Dude, I'd rather unbox this and like pay like for some Pokemon cards I might not even
True?
get. Alright. So for today, I got a Crunchwrap Supreme
Ooh,
and
a classic. A
a
classic.
crunchy taco.
Ooh, questionable.
Do you like their crunchy tacos?
I think I do, but I only ever get their Doritos Locos tacos.
Oh, those are so good. Those are nice. And I also got some
Facts.
sauce because I don't know, the tacos or like the crunch wraps in Taco Bell, they don't really smack unless you have sauce. So I only go for the high ones, the high end. So I got
Yeah.
some fire sauce and some Diablo sauce.
Diablo's the way to go.
Diablo's so good, but like fire, it gives it like a little sweetness. And then I got me some Baja Blast Madness.
Yum.
You already ate, right, Andy?
I have not eaten, but I don't have any food.
Oh, you want to
So I'll
share?
probably, yeah, I'll take some. Can
All
you
right.
put it through the screen?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, thanks, man.
Hey, no
How wild
problem.
would it be if I just like pulled out, like I had Taco Bell just here the whole time?
Oh, we should do that. Like some magic tricks.
Let's do it next time. Like, okay, thanks, Christina. I'll just pull out Crunchwrap Supreme. Nice.
What if we did like a whole mukbang? I would want to do that, like a whole podcast
I'm
of just
down.
talking and just eating. I don't know
I'm
how the
so
viewers
down.
would like it, but
Dude, they eat that up. Get it? They
that's
eat it
so
up.
old. Okay. Um, I don't know if you guys watched the last podcast. But for those that did, we did an off the rails type of thing, and it was kind of hard. We didn't really know how to stay. We didn't
Right, but
really
today
know
we're
like
back
how
on
to,
track.
yeah. Ooh, You're up in you're up close and personal.
I think I'm also a little bit loud, Christina. Can you turn me down?
Yeah, I got you. Okay, I went it down to 11.2.
Okay, testing, testing. I'm still a little bit loud.
I'm gonna do it to 12.1.
Maybe like 15.
Okay,
Oh, that sounds a lot better.
there we go. Am I
There we
loud?
go. Yeah, that's it. No, you're good.
Okay. Alright. Well, let's get the show on the road. I actually don't
Yep.
really like my food cold, so I'll be eating it right now.
True.
Do you like?
Everyone just sit here and listen.
Yep. So here it is. Yeah, I washed my hands. I like how the Taco Bell ones they got like um some little fun things to that say in the sauce. This one says
Oh,
sorry,
really? I didn't know
mom.
that. Oh, I didn't know it had that. It's
It's
so
not a
funny.
phase. Sorry, mom.
It's not. It was never a phase. I got your
Sure,
picture.
I'm coming with you. Okay. I need to ration this out because they didn't give me a lot of Diablo sauce. They gave me a lot of fire though.
That you could try to mix them all together to create one sauce.
Ooh.
No, don't do it. Don't
I
do
never
it.
tried
It's
it.
not worth it.
Oh, and I don't think I'm gonna be drinking alcohol this evening.
We are taking a responsible night in. I
Mhm.
like it. I appreciate that.
Do you hear me eat?
No, it really sucks.
Really?
It's so sad because like I see you chewing, I'm like, why can't I hear anything?
That's actually insane. Do you hear this?
It goes in and out depending on how loud it is, I think.
Okay, so for my review for this Crunchwrap Supreme, pretty good with the Diablo sauce. That's a
Pretty good.
shout out to the chef who made this. Compliments to
Oh
the chef.
yeah, for sure.
Mm. Mm. Oh, we already talked about your favorite fast food, right?
I think so. Oh, we did that whole
Oh, that
rating
whole
thing.
yeah, that tier list.
Yeah. Can you try like I don't know if it's possible, but eat louder? Like
I'm just gonna be spitting out food.
oh, true, true, true. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Dang, I never knew how good this mic is until I started actually eating.
It's so funny because it's the exact opposite of what you want for a mukbang. It's like
Mm-hmm.
the mukbang videos, I think they must use like crazy sensitive mics because like
I think they use just straight up condensers.
right, they'll be like making the smallest like they'll blink and you can hear it. You know what I mean?
They probably got the gain like set super high.
So high. It's an art to do that stuff too.
Mhm.
Being a mukbanger is not easy, man.
You actually
These
have
people.
to. I realized they had to acoustically sound the room.
Yeah, or else you can hear everything. I wish. No, still nothing. Yeah, like it's not easy. Like in there's so much sound engineering
Yeah,
that goes into mukbang because like
it's insane.
people when they first think of mukbang, like they don't think about all that stuff. But then when I think of mukbang, I think of like when movies are overdubbed with like Foley sounds to make it like
Yeah.
super high quality. I feel like it's almost borderline like that. Like they're just recording food sounds. It's so interesting. Would you want to be a mukbanger like full time?
Yeah, because I'm already a fat ass.
Well, there are a lot of mukbangers who aren't fat. It's crazy.
Yeah,
And I'm kind of like, how?
like that one guy who's a competitive eater, right?
Oh yeah, Matt Stoney, but I don't even think he's a mukbanger. I think he's just a competitive eater. There's this guy named Zach Choi who
Hmm.
he eats like crazy stuff. And I'm like, that doesn't seem
What does he
very
eat?
healthy.
What does he eat?
He'll it's like the grossest thing that I've seen him eat. He dipped like a Big Mac in melted cheese, like but like a whole fondue. So he had like a fondued Big Mac, which like kind of sounds bomb, but then like it just looks maybe we should watch one of those on the stream today, just get an idea of how we could learn from it.
Oh, I'm down.
Um yeah, or like it's all about ASMR, right? Or like the aesthetics. So he'll do themed ones.
Mm.
So like everything will be chocolate or everything will be like matcha or everything will be like flaming hot. That one is kind of fire looking. They did a flaming hot coated crab leg. Boy,
Boston.
that sounds crazy. It sounds so crazy.
Do you know they made flamin' hot mac and cheese? I want to try it out.
Whoa, that sounds like a winner. Sounds like a winner, plain and simple.
Um, Grimy Waifu just commented, I thought you were eating the mic. Yeah. Uh, I'm trying to like show you guys that I'm eating my food, but it ain't picking up the noise.
Oh, they actually did something like that too. They had a mic on the mukbang and they started eating it. It's like Willy Wonka, where like everything is edible.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, she's crazy. She's
I
insane.
I'd wanna. I'd be actually totally down to do mukbang because it'll give me a it'll give me a guess a good reason to buy a lot of food without my girlfriend getting mad at me.
I feel like okay, in order for us to do it, you just need two things. You need a condenser mic, right? And then you need a bunch of those like foam acoustic things, the really cheap ones on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing about it is, since you're not mixing music or anything, you don't have to worry about bass response. You're just trying to
Mm-hmm.
deaden the room. So just buy a bunch of those. Your room will be super dead, and then you just
It,
and then what? I don't know.
is it true that you can use egg cartons as a dampener?
Oh, for sure. Yes, yes. Egg cartons do work. They act more of like a diffuser than an absorption panel. The rounded bottom, when the sound wave hits it, it scatters in different directions because it's like a oval or a sphere or whatever.
Yeah.
So it works more like a diffuser, but yes, it does a good job of dampening sound, diffusing sound really, so it gets rid of echo.
Mm.
Yeah. You're good, bro. Take your time.
Boy, he eating that shit up.
He fucking that shit up. Those are so funny.
Eat, eat, eat.
Yo, that's insane. I think that could actually be pretty successful. Um, I think that might be a good idea because I don't think it costs very much to get started.
Yeah, like, um, I realized that my taste buds aren't that premium, so like, um, I wouldn't be able to differentiate like a super expensive food versus like a super expensive hot dog versus a normal hot dog. I think it's just like a hot dog.
Right. I don't really think there is a difference, to be honest.
Yeah, cause like, isn't hot dogs just like mashed up meat?
Right. It's just gross shit, anyways. Like, does it really matter?
Oh, I
Probably
don't know.
not.
I don't know if you know, but like, I actually eat pretty fast, like regardless. I just eat this shit up regardless.
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember.
And then like, I remember the first time like I started eating with my girlfriend, I would eat super fast, and then she'd tell me to slow down and enjoy the food, and I'm like, I am enjoying the food. I
It's
don't
so
know.
good. That's why I'm eating it
Yeah,
fast.
I don't know how to slow down because like I feel like I don't know. I think there's times while I'm eating that I just feel like I need to eat it now before it gets cold and gross, and because then
Mm.
I wouldn't want to eat it.
Well, because that's the exact thing that happens. If you wait too long, then it becomes disgusting, and then you don't want to eat it anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
eat it now while it's fresh and hot. right? I feel like that's the way to do it.
Eat it while it's still like alive.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Maybe.
Oh, my girlfriend actually likes Taco Cabana, and I changed my
Oh
mind.
yeah.
I like Taco Cabana too.
I thought we said it was okay.
No, we put in the Shadow Realm.
No, we did not.
Yeah, we did.
Wasn't that Del Taco we put in the Shadow Realm?
No, we put both because I think James said he didn't like the experience.
Oh. Well, James is a very classy guy, so I wouldn't be surprised that he was disappointed with the experience.
Mm,
Canes is a L. It's always going to be an L. I've had too many
wait,
weird
Canes?
stories happen at Canes. Too many weird stories,
Wait, like
man.
what?
Like the one that I used to eat at by university, it was like really popular because it's right by university, right? But you couldn't eat there because like I don't know how the place was still running. What's it called when like the health inspector, or I guess that's what it's called, health
Mm,
inspector, right? They come through and they're supposed to like check it,
yeah.
see if it's clean. It was never clean, and like, oh my god, horror story. I don't know if I should tell you it because like you're eating, so maybe not.
You can go ahead.
Um, are you sure? All right, it's
Yeah.
probably not that bad. So I was there eating, right? And then the person sitting across from me, we're like in this booth, cool, like by the wall. So like we're just chilling, eating canes because like canes is good. Then I look at the right side of the booth on the wall and I see something in the shadow moving. Not sure what it is yet.
Mm.
Right then, as it is walking up the side of the booth, it's like there's like a cushion, so like it's in between the wall and the booth, right?
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
climbing up, it's climbing up the cushion, and starts peeking its head up above, right? What
Hmm.
do I see first? Bro, this cockroach comes out of the wall and it's this long.
Oh
It's
my
3
god.
inches long. Bro, it's about to fly. I feel like it was in my chicken tender. So what I do is I calmly, very calm, because the person I was with has a huge fear of cockroaches, right? Person I was with said, "Hey, don't be alarmed. Just pick your food up and get out of the booth." They go, "Why? Why? Why?" I'm like, "Stop asking questions. Pick it up, or that's just gonna get on you. That's
Yeah.
just gonna crawl on you." Bro, so we get out, we turn around, and then they see what was about to crawl on them, and bro, it's just lurking at the top of this like booth, huge. It was like I swear it was 3 inches
God.
long, bro. It was
God
probably
damn.
like, but then like I couldn't get over it. Like the rest of my meal, I was paranoid to take a bite out of my chicken because I thought that they had crawled into the chicken and got fried. So if I bit into it, it would be like
Hey, that's good
in it.
protein. People eat that.
Right. That's true. That's true, but maybe not. So never can do canes again. Scarred for life.
Funny, ironic enough, I actually had canes earlier today.
Oh, nice. Was it
Yes,
bussin'?
it was it was pretty bussin'. I like the toast. N-
Yeah.
I don't think anyone ever buys their coleslaw. I don't know why they still got it on their box combo.
Right. Everyone should sub it out for an extra toast.
Yeah, I don't know why they still got it. Like, I guess there's a
You ever
good
make sandwiches out of it?
like the toast and stuff.
Yeah, you
Nah,
cut the bread in half, you put the chicken in it, you put some cane sauce and some fries, and all together.
nah. I usually I like my meals separate. Like I'd eat like one thing first and then the next thing.
No way.
Yeah, like dead ass.
There's
Like
no way.
my girlfriend was like asking me about that, and like she'd be like, "Why are you eating this?" And I'm like, "Why don't you just mix it? Like it tastes better." And I'm like, "No, that's weird." And so like I'd eat the only thing that I wouldn't do that on is like if it's like white rice and like chicken or whatever. Of course I'd eat both of them together. But like if it's like fried rice and then like orange chicken on the side and then like some like green beans or whatever, I'd eat
Oh
I'd eat
my
like the fried
god.
rice and then like I wouldn't mix my foods. That's gross.
Bro, everything's starting to click. Um, I've eaten ramen with Christino many, many, many times. And you know what ramen he always gets?
Oh,
The one where it comes separated
yeah, the
soup
sukemen.
and noodles. It all makes sense. It's all tying together. I agree with your girlfriend that that is weird. I agree. I think that when you pair foods together, it has the opportunity to like mingle and create different combinations of flavors.
That's too risky.
I don't know. Like, man, that's weird, dude. I don't know, man.
But like at the same time, I don't eat like plain and dry sandwiches. Like you know when you go to like McDonald's or like a burger stand, like some people will just like ask it straight up plain, like a plain cheeseburger. Like
Mm.
no, like I put that shit in there, except for mayo. Yeah, I don't know what's with mayo, but it's just so gross.
Oh, mayo is not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a. It took me a long time to say such a simple statement. Yeah, mayo is not the move. Um, dang, like I want to explore this a little more because I think it's really interesting. Like, like you ever go to like I don't know, some sort of party and there's like finger food, right?
Yeah.
You never do like you never pair like a piece of cheese with like a piece of fruit. Like,
Oh,
you
that
never eat
yeah.
them together. You
Oh,
don't do that.
that's weird. I
What?
would do
You
cheese and bread, like a cracker. I do that. But
Oh,
cheese
okay,
and
cheese and
fruit?
cracker. Yeah. Oh, dang, that's so. But like the flavors go together. You don't know. I guess you don't know because you don't mess with that.
Mm.
I mean, chat. I want some support. Can someone give me some support here? Like, where do y'all stand on the idea of mixing foods together?
The chat has spoken.
Yo, that's so funny. But yeah, that's just crazy to me. Like the whole point of food to me, at least in my experience, my truth, not trying to invalidate your truth, right? Your truth is your truth. Is has to been like finding combinations that really win in certain ways, right? Like people take it like way too far. Like they do like Nutella on pizza, and I'm like, bro, I knew a girl in middle school that did that, and I was like, I'll just call her like Shelly. Her name's not Shelly.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Girl
Shelly,
A.
right? Girl A, that is disgusting. How are you putting like it wasn't even like a dessert pizza. Like I've seen that and like maybe that makes more sense. But she literally took like a slice of pepperoni pizza from Domino's, right? And then took a spoonful of Nutella, put it on there, and started eating it. And she stares at me like I'm crazy. She goes, "You never tried Nutella on pizza, man? It's so good. You should try some." I'm like, "You're tripping balls, dude. Like you're absolutely like you're in space. Like there's no way what you're saying is the truth." But it was, and she loved it. I'm trying to think of other combinations that are like, oh, okay, here's one. Here's one. Um, like, what about temperatures? Are you down to mix temperatures?
Like what?
Like, if you do like piping hot pie and like cold ice cream together.
Oh, that busts.
Okay, so you mess with the temperature change. Okay, cool. So what about like, dang, I guess like where is the line drawn for you? Because it
Okay.
seems like,
My line is drawn whenever I order something. So like let's say we go to like a Mexican restaurant and then I ask for like an enchilada with like with beans and rice on the side, and then they'll usually have like a little salad and some pico de gallo on the corner too.
mhm.
I'm the type of person that doesn't mix all of that up.
Oh, I don't think you're crazy for that. I don't think anyone does that.
Or
But
I guess like some people like put the rice and the beans and like mix it up and then eat that.
so like okay, here's like just to clarify one last time, just to make sure I'm not tripping. So like I'm with you here. Like if
Yeah.
I have a plate of food, there's rice, beans, and enchilada on it, right? I'm not gonna chop it all up and mix it all together. I'm
Yeah.
that's being a psychopath, right? But what I will do is I will take a bite of rice, and I will take a bite of beans, and then I'll take a bite of enchilada to get all the flavors put
Nah,
together.
I like that.
Whoa.
Cause
Okay.
like
All right. That's cool.
Cause like for me, whenever I take a bite of each, I don't feel like I'm really enjoying like the flavor of the whole enchilada, the whole rice, the whole beans.
Okay, I guess I'm not done. I have one more question.
Okay.
So if you eat the rice and you finish eating the rice,
Yeah.
like you like take the bite and you finish that bite, will you go to the beans to take a bite and finish your bite of beans and then move to enchiladas? So you're like you're savoring each bite of each quadrant, or are you like I'm only gonna eat rice and until I finish this whole section of rice, then I'm gonna only eat the beans and finish the whole section. What the hell, dude? You, I respect it.
No,
I
you
respect it.
like you gotta factor in how fast I eat. So like I just like swallow that shit up. But like, okay, is this the weirdest part? I will never like you'll see me on rare occasions that I will drink while I'm eating.
Oh, you even don't mix the liquid?
That's
So like
gross.
you'll drink the water and you'll only drink the water till the water's done, and then you're in. Oh my
No, like
god!
I'll eat all my food, but I won't drink until I finish all my food.
What if you're choking? That's the rare occasion,
Yeah.
or you'll just muscle through
No, like
it. You'll
I'll
just.
I'll just take like a little swig. But like
Oh
it's
my
because like
goodness.
in my head, um I just feel like if I drink while I eat, there's gonna be like some backwater. And I'm like, I don't want that.
Oh, that's true. I mean, that's a possibility. Grimy Waifu says food is about balance, and that statement I feel like is going in my favor, but it's so vague that I'm not sure
Yeah.
exactly where he stands. So, like balance could be that you don't mix your food, so you eat one thing till it's done and then you move to that's balance, right? Or you
Hmm.
mix them together. So this is such an interesting conversation. I didn't know this about you. Um, but now thinking back, it all makes sense. Everything makes sense. Wow. Okay, so interesting. All right, well, let's move on. Let's move on. That got pretty intense. For being such a you know small topic, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of food, I recently am starting to try to like eat less red meat. Although
Mm.
this is like contradicting me because I'm eating a straight up taco with meat. But like I'm so far this is the only red meat I've eaten because like I usually ate like chicken and stuff.
Mhm.
But it's because like I think like yesterday um I went to like Sam's Club with my girlfriend, and then we went to get some groceries, and then I checked that like you know that little armband thing that you stick your
Oh, your blood pressure?
yeah, and then I found out I have high blood pressure, and so I gotta like um help like lower it down, but also like that's also during my finals week, and after like all the everything that's been going on, so I'm like
Yeah.
it's probably gonna lower in like a couple weeks, but I mean it's always good to like make sure I never get there because my parents also have like high blood pressure, and
Mhm.
my family has like a history of diabetes, so I don't want to go down that route.
Got it. Um, do you mind if I ask how high was it?
Mm. I actually want to know how bad it is. I think it was like 144.
I think you're that's barely in the red. I think 120, 130 is
Mm-hmm.
normal. 120 is normal. 120 over 80.
Yeah, I had 144 over 83. So
140. Sorry, I'm reading.
oh no, you're good.
High. 140 is considered high. 150. Oh, what? 150 is if you're over the age of 80. How to lower blood pressure? Because there's like a lot of myths. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, um, I don't know. Some people just be talking a bunch of nonsense, and I don't believe it. But like, I definitely think that diet influences your blood pressure. I think that exercise influences your blood pressure. Specifically, like pushing your cardiovascular health. Because the stronger your heart is, right, the
Oh,
stronger
like endurance or
it's able to like
conditioning.
right the easier time it's gonna have like transitioning your blood from place to place. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that can influence it. So I'm curious to see what mine is um, when I was at my peak physical fitness. Because right now I'm definitely not. I think I
Same.
was like 110 over like 75 or something like
I,
that.
I heard um like athletes are usually like 100/60 or something.
Yeah, I was around there. I was around there. I
The
don't think I ever had 100. I think it was always just like 110.
the lowest I ever gotten was 120/65 or 70.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But that was the lowest I
Yeah.
ever gotten. But that's just normal.
Were you doing were you doing anything specific to like get down there, or like what
That
were you doing at the time?
I wasn't really like focusing um like just the strength of my, like, I guess my heart or
Mm.
endurance, because that was whenever I was like, that's whenever I said I quit being small and scrawny and I want to be big.
Yeah.
And that was during my second semester of freshman year in college. And
Hmm.
then like that's whenever I just start bulking up, and I remember in like 2 months I gained like, I don't know, like I went from 120 to like 150.
Hell yeah,
Shit
dude.
was insane.
Hell yeah. Shit's insane. I did that once and I have the stretch marks to prove it.
Same here. I still got them stretch marks.
It's so funny because even after I gained the weight and I lost it, right? Stretch marks they just stay, bro. Like
Yeah.
they're so like I remember thinking back on it, like would it is it worth it? I mean, the stretch marks are fine. I'm not insecure about them at all.
Yeah.
Like they're just chilling. Um, it's just interesting what was going through my mind because like the benefit of me getting that big, like I wasn't even that strong. Like I was just fat. Like I was
You just look big.
right. I just was, bro. That actually, oh man. Um, actually happened to me the other week. I saw someone I haven't seen in a long time. They're like, "Oh, bro, like you got so big." Like cuz just the shirt I was wearing just like fit my shoulders real well.
Yeah.
So like they went over and like covered up my tits and stuff, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So like he's like, "Oh, bro, you're looking big." I'm like, "Oh, thanks, man, but I just got fat." Like being dead ass. Like I just got fat. Like I'm like literally like 15 pounds heavier. And he's like, "No, no, no, man. I mean like you look big." And I'm like, "No, no, no. Don't get me wrong. I know what you're saying. I understand, but I'm telling you what actually happened."
I'm not that type of
Shit is
big.
so
I'm this
funny.
big.
Right, I'm this kind of big. Um, but back when I was like exercising a lot, I wasn't focusing on blood pressure. I was just focusing on
On just like
it's funny
strength.
because no, it wasn't even like I'm trying to get like healthy. I was just trying to lower my heart rate. I was because at the time I was watching so many videos about these like crazy athletes who train in like Antarctica,
Yeah.
right? And what they do to not die, I guess, I don't know, or like they do crazy trainings. They sit in the water, the Antarctic water,
Hmm.
which is like probably minus 20, and they like slow their heart rate down. They slow it down. And I'm like, how? And then not, and it started to go from like 60 beats per minute, and then it goes like 20, and then like 15. And I'm like, bro, he's doing 15 beats a minute? Like he's gonna die. Like, what is this guy doing? But I got obsessed with it. So I was like, I want to lower my heart rate. Started off like 95, got 85. Lowest like I was like 60.
60? That's pretty good.
60.
I
Bro.
saw oh, go ahead.
No, no. I was just gonna say like track runners that I was like talking to, like they're at like 40.
Oh my
I'm like,
god.
bro, the cross country guy is insane. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, because whenever I was in health class in high school, there was like, I think there was this like athlete, and then, and I remember she said that like, cause we were saying, we were like recording everyone's like heart rate, and then
Mhm.
so we can create like a graph or whatever, and see what the average one is throughout the class.
Mhm.
And then the only reason I remember is because it was like, it was the lowest I ever heard, and she said like hers was like 90/50 or something, or
Oh,
90
her
over
blood
40.
pressure?
Yeah.
Oh, that's insane. She is she an athlete or is she dying? I'm not
Um,
sure. Maybe
she was like
both.
an athlete. She's a, well, back then like she was very like, I think she was one of like the top uh
Oh, top
sports
ranked athletes.
stars. Yeah.
sports stars, whatever they're called, man.
Yeah.
Um, that's so funny. Are you down to see what our beats per minute are
Yeah, I'm down.
right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll start a timer for 15 seconds, and then we just count our pulse, and then
Okay.
when the timer goes off, then we stop counting, okay? And then we multiply that by 4.
Okay. Wait,
Okay,
let
are
me
you
let me
ready?
let me find it. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, and go. Stop. Where are you at?
16.
Yeah, I'm at 17. I have a higher
Nice.
I have a higher
Well,
one
it
than
was like
you.
16 going to 17.
I think so. Oh, thanks. We're both at like 16. So let me do the math because I can't do it in my head because I'm bad at math. 16
I was
times
gonna
4. Bro, where is 64?
Yeah.
That can't be right.
I mean, we are sitting down. so,
But I'm fat.
so
I don't think that's math.
I'm bad too. I
Oh, we should do it like as we're running because I bet I'll shoot up to like
Yeah.
150.
Um
Dang.
yeah, cuz like
We should start a
mine
fitness podcast. Sorry.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I'm down cuz I want to get back into not even like looking, or like I guess looking good will like be a result, but like I just want to like start being healthy and stuff. Getting
Yeah,
back
I
to working
agree.
out.
It's bro, because we're getting old, you know? Like, we
Yeah.
got to start taking care of ourselves. Like, we're not the young guys we used to be. We can go eat a Costco chicken bake and a Costco pizza
Sheesh.
and, be working out the same. It's not the same
Yeah,
anymore.
like I can't just be eating a whole chicken bake from Costco and then just sit and chill for
Right.
like 3
And
hours
then
and then
be
somehow
fine.
yeah be fine. No, I can't do that.
Yeah, man.
Ha-
How can we do that, though?
I would say like I would say the like use the podcast as kind of like a report, like a little diary for us, a log, and then we can
Okay.
just say like, oh, like this is what happened, this is what I did throughout like the whole week,
Uh,
and then we can like counter like how many points like whoever's the most athletic by the end of the month, like with the amount of points, um they get to
oh,
like
shit.
do whatever. So it'll be like like a friendly competition.
Oh, dude, that sounds dope. I actually really like that. And then we can come up with like a scoring system and
Yeah.
stuff. And then yeah. Okay, I'm down. That sounds fun. My dumbass was just gonna be like, "Hey, let's do some jumping jacks on stream right now." Um, That's a good start. I'm dead. Okay, well, okay, we'll keep that. Put a pin in that. Let's move on.
Yeah.
What's the next thing that we're
All
going to?
The next thing I want to talk about is have you heard about the bathtub streams lately?
I don't even know what you just said was English. What?
The bathtub stream.
The bathtub? Are you saying
Yeah.
bathtub like a restroom? Bathtub streams?
Yeah. A
Okay.
bathtub.
I have not. I have a bat tub. It's just a bunch of bats in a tub. No, I haven't. I haven't heard of this. What is this?
Okay, so it got popular because there's this one girl streamer, of course. She was wearing like a swimsuit and then she was in a bathtub. No, she was in like a little swimming pool,
Hmm.
and then she was just streaming, and then like she got insta famous because like she started getting like 100,000 views just because she was in the bathtub. But like there's simps everywhere, so like, you know. And so like um but like the crazy thing is like I don't think Twitch like actually like reprimanded her, or like they didn't punish her for what she's doing. But like
Right.
they punish other people.
What is? I don't even know the guidelines for Twitch. What is
Me
and is
neither.
not allowed? Like I heard, like the reason why there's not any like adult content on Twitch is because it's against community guidelines, right?
Yeah.
But then, what is considered adult content? Like, is a girl in a bathing suit sitting in a bathtub adult content?
I would
I think
assume
everyone knows
so.
what I mean by adult, right? I
Yeah.
hope everyone understands. Yeah.
I would assume so, because there's a lot of assumptions that go in there. Like um she's not doing it just because she wants to be in a bathtub. Like that's like she has like an idea. She has a target audience.
A theme, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Call them bathtub streams. That's so interesting.
Like
Um,
oh, like she I doubt she's just like, "Oh, I'm usually just in like a little bathtub. I wonder if people like this. Like no, like no one does that.
It's an interesting theme, and it's obviously working. It's
Yeah.
just interesting to me why Twitch is not upset about, or Twitch is not, or Twitch is allowing it,
Yeah.
right?
Cause like you know about Doctor Disrespect?
I haven't heard about him. Who's he
He's like
or
another
her?
Twitch. It's a guy. He's another Twitch streamer. Um, and I don't know if he went back to Twitch or anything, but a while like I guess like a little while back, Twitch like permanently banned him on Twitch. So like he couldn't have like any views or like he couldn't stream anymore on that platform. But
Hmm.
they never like released the reason why. All they keep saying is that it's against our community guidelines. But like what is your community guidelines?
I mean, they probably have it listed somewhere. I just haven't read it.
But like
What was his content? What did he do?
he was just playing games like he just have a little webcam and then like he'd be playing games and I don't think he was racist or like anything like that would like have him being hate on like heavily by the community. But, like a lot of people actually
Mm,
like supported him and stuff.
mm.
Oh, but like I saw this thumbnail on YouTube and they said that I don't know if this is true, but there was this thumbnail saying that YouTube or Twitch will never like release their explanations as to uh why they banned certain channels. Like they'll never explain why. They'll just leave it as is. I mean,
Well,
they
they
have the right.
probably. That's what I'm saying. They probably reserve the right to ban whoever the hell they want without any reason because it's their platform,
Yeah.
right? And I think who owns Twitch now? Because it's not the original creators. It's someone else now.
Yeah, let me check. Twitch
I don't know who they sold
owners.
it to.
It is owned by Amazon.
That's what I thought. Jeff Bezos. I think they sold it for. Oh my gosh. I just read an article from the original owner.
Oh,
They
okay.
sold it for
I have it right
two
now.
hundred 200 million
He
or 400.
right now it just said that Twitch's ex co-founder Justin Can revisits the time when they almost sold Twitch for $1 billion. But I don't think that's it. Um
Oh, 200 million is way too low. I think they did 1 million and then Google offered 1.2 and at one point it was 1.4, but both of those things fell through and I think they ended at like 8 or 900.
oh,
So they
yeah.
never got the bill.
Yeah, they ended up at 970 mil.
Well, that's pretty good, man.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
pretty
like
good.
you're pretty much set for life. You ain't gotta do you ain't gotta do anything.
Right. I remember I was watching that document or that video that he had created. It was named Justin.
Yeah.
And he makes content about revolving around his experience with Twitch and also revolving around his like mental health and just his life in general. Cause like I feel like a lot of people when they look at him from an outside point of view, they're like, "Oh my gosh, like how could someone?" And this happens to celebrities, is like everyone basically who's like is successful.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh my gosh, you have like money, fame, like cars,
How are you not
jewelry.
happy?
Like why aren't you happy?" Yeah, and he's just like, "Yeah, bro, like," and he's arguably doing better than a lot of people who are like successful. Like he's even more successful than others.
Mhm.
And like he was just explaining it how stressful the whole situation was with selling it. Cause like 1.4 billion, like your heart must be pounding, like waiting for the deal to come through, and then it falls, and you're just like, oh, like we have to wait another 4, 5, 6 months for
Mhm.
another offer to come through. Like we're just trying to get rid of it. Like we want to move on with our lives. It's like too big for just like a small board of directors to handle anymore. It's like gonna be way bigger than that. But
Yeah.
congratulations to
To
the
him.
original team of Twitch and Justin. Yeah, congratulations on selling, and that's a huge feat. So because we know you're watching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
thanks for
what
supporting the
one of the
stream.
two viewers, thank you for supporting
Mhm,
us. Even
mhm.
though you don't have Twitch anymore, thank you for coming back onto Twitch and
Right, just to
watching
see
this
our
specific.
stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly.
Like like that's a topic I kind of want to touch upon too cuz like a lot of people or not like everyone but I guess a lot of younger people they tend to like um kind of relate like happiness with like wealth and like the richer you are, the happier you are. But like, um, there's been like a lot of like really successful people that say otherwise, and they say that like, oh, it's like I'm actually not as happy as I was even before I had this money, because um I think some people actually more happy when they didn't have money, because like they were just enjoying the little things, but then once they have money, it's kind of just like um it's just whatever. And like I don't have any money right now, and I'm pretty happy, but I know where they're coming from, because either way, I think you'll just end up being the same. I feel like how you are right now will be the same as how you'd be when you have money. The only thing that wouldn't be on your mind are bills. That's it.
Right. Or they might even become more
Oh, true, true.
impactful bills because, like, yeah, it's like being wealthy comes with like its own set of problems. And I completely agree with you that the idea of like putting your happiness in like your end goal is like not the way to go. Because there's no guarantee that when you get there or if you get there that the happiness will be there for you, right? We were talking about it like maybe 2 or 3 streams ago. We're like, bro, life is so short, or maybe it's with James.
Yeah.
Like before, but like life is so short. Like we're all just like doing our thing, and like we're all gonna die one day. So like all these things like don't matter. Like what the most important thing is like your time, right? And like how you choose to spend it.
Yeah,
So like
exactly.
if you spend all your time like trying to strive for this end goal to like be happy, like you're wasting your life. Like I feel like I don't know. Like I would much rather just like be happy. Like it's obviously okay to have goals and like want to be successful, but
Yeah.
be happy like during that progression. So like when you get there, like you've been happy the whole time, and that end goal is not gonna make you any more or less happy. It's like the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Like I I kind of see that with how I am in school, cuz like um I thought I'd be happy like when I graduate and like just get a job, but I realized the most important part for the viewers that aren't in like college or anything, the most important part is finding a course that you actually love to do, cuz that's the most important thing in life, or like in school in general, cuz I'm in a course that I don't really like, and I'm like stressing way too much, and it's affecting me. um it's affecting like my happiness and just like my overall like um I guess like my overall like perspective on things, is because I just worry too much about like certain things. But um if I chose a different route, I would be way happier, and I think I'd just be way more content with where I was. But like the whole reason why I did this was just to like please my parents. But like you just need to realize that you gotta you gotta like choose what you want to do instead of trying to please other people.
I couldn't have said it better myself, man. I think that was really powerful, and I agree 100%.
Yeah, that's something that I've had to learn um like throughout. Like there were people that said that, but um every time I hear it back then, like I kept thinking to myself that they weren't in the position where I was, where um I I had to do what my parents tell me to do, just because they like you know they sacrificed themselves, like they sacrificed their part of their lives to make sure that I know what they're trying to do. Like they want to make sure that I'm like well kept, and like I have a secure job and everything. But the thing is like I think you can still do whatever you want to do, because at the end of the day, if you like to do what you want to do, then you're determined to keep keep like putting more hours into it, and then in turn you'll become an expert on that topic, and then you'll
Yeah.
actually just you'll start making money, and then sooner or later you're doing what you love.
Right. Oh man, we're unpacking so many different ideas and I love
Yeah.
it. The first thing I want to address is like um I think something that makes successful people successful is their ability to rebound, right?
Yeah.
After failures or after certain circumstances. So I want to ask you, um, like, because you went through this experience in like your undergrad, getting a degree that you're not necessarily passionate about, how do you think if you're not doing it already, or if you are doing it already, how would you convert this experience um and like use it as a stepping stone to still like utilize this experience, right? To push towards something that you are passionate about that you want to do. How do you think that would work?
I that actually like see that as I usually don't really see the I'm more that person where like I see my failures more than I see my successes because like of course there's a lot of successes that I had in life. I'm very grateful for where I am now, but I'm very like critical of myself and I see a lot of not failures but like a lot of missteps throughout my life. And just like everything that happened in my life out of school and in school, I utilize like whatever I learned after that fact because uh for the viewers out there and I guess for Andy too, I actually did not get into this civil engineering program until like fall 2019. So
Oh
literally
wow.
like 2 years ago, like 2.5 years ago. Yeah, like before that, like I kept dropping out of physics. Like I dropped out of physics 3 times, and then like I dropped out of Cal like one time or one or two times, and like I really wasn't like um my mentality in school was just like just whatever. Like I didn't want to be here. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and but at the same time like I was also like hiding that fact and kind of like showing like a false like narrative towards my parents just so like I can still like please them. So like I kind of wanted to live the best of both worlds. Is because even then like I didn't even like physics. And then but then like oh, everyone says saying hello. Oh, nice timing.
Oh
is
hi.
is
It's
because
about to get deep, guys. Get
yeah,
ready. Buckle in.
is because I already told my girlfriend this, but like she really was like the turning point of where I am now because right when I met her, she gave me a lot of inspiration and she gave me like a motivation and drive to do better in school. And she like helped me, like she motivated me to to be like to like I guess teach myself that I could do like whatever I can, whatever I want to do, and like I can succeed however I want. And that's how I was able to actually pass through and like breeze through like majority of the program. And like to be honest, if I didn't meet her, I told her this too, but like if I didn't meet her, I don't know where I'd be. Like my like sooner or later my parents would find out that I've been like barely passing all my classes and I've been dropping a lot of courses. And then from how I am as a person, I wouldn't want to face that, and then I'd probably just like ghost them and just like live my life somewhere without like really contacting them. But
Yeah.
um it was I guess like that's why like I think there is like fate, or there is kind of um like you don't know what's gonna happen in your life. And that was like one of the really great turning points. And so like everything that um I go through with her and also in school, like I use all of that to help me realize that like every problem that I'm gonna have in the future, it's not worth stressing too much about because I have I have pretty much like all I need now. Like I don't need anything else. Like I have her, I have my dog. Um all I need is just money to support him, and that's it. Like I don't really care too much about anything else.
Is anyone else getting emotional? Looking around. You guys know? Anyone? Anyone else? Um, yeah, continue. Sorry.
Oh no, you good. Like, um, that I guess that's when I realized that like, uh, I'm more of a family man because she says, "OMG, I'm a cry." Um,
Angelica, Crisino loves you very much. Okay,
yeah,
I think we all know that.
yeah, like
It's so funny.
that's the thing that I learned with relationships. I actually got this from a TikTok. Like whenever like girlfriends ask like, "Oh, do you think this person's like prettier than me? Like why don't you go for them?" But like the thing is like regardless of what they look like, um, I like that uh like the relationship that I'm in now is very progressive, and then it helps me improve instead of like trying to use like pretty much like your other half as kind of like a trophy to like
Yeah,
try to like
yeah.
compare with other people, because once you start comparing your relationship with other relationships and other people, that's when you realize that's not really what you want. What you want is just like competition. But like for me, in my opinion, relationships are there to help you improve better as a person and to help you realize what you really want in life.
Wow. Wow. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, so shouts out to Angelica1234 for um
For holding it down.
yeah, for holding it
For
down.
holding it down. um, wow. That was really interesting. Thank you for sharing, first of all. And um I learned so much about you in just like the last 3 minutes that I feel like we've had this conversation multiple times.
Yeah.
Or maybe in like bits and pieces. But to say everything you did, I feel like that's almost like accumulation of like 2 or 3 years of like understanding yourself and like growing as a person. To hear that all come out in like one sentence, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. I think it just underscores how much you understand yourself and how much you understand the growth that you've experienced, which is so cool. So cool.
Yeah, like that's sorry if I'm like talking too much, but
No, you're
uh
good. Keep it going.
that's like I realize that's what I want most in life is I want to figure, cuz back then I really didn't know myself. I realized that I was trying to be like I was trying to like um put myself in like I had this kind of like deep talk with my girlfriend, but like it's because she asked me like who do you want to like who are you? Like um and like I was like what do you mean? Like and then she's like who are I think I'm kind of like miswording this, but like she said like who are you as a person? Like what do you want to be? Like do you like are you here just to like um are you here just to like please people, or like are you here to just to make yourself happy? And I mean like so for context for the viewers out there, she has a degree in psychology.
Oh, it makes so much sense now. Oh, it makes I was like, that is such a good question.
Yeah, like yeah, she has her degree in psychology and then like a minor in sociology, and right now she's pursuing her masters.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like she asked me that, and then like for like the first couple minutes I really didn't understand what she was saying. But then like I realized, but then later on I realized that um who I was back then was a person who wanted to fit a mold um that everyone wanted me to be in, because I thought that would make me happy seeing other people
Mm.
happy. But later on I realized that like that happiness is just temporary, because like their perception of a like a go-to person and like a friend or like whoever it may be, it's always constantly changing. And um in order for me to keep that happiness, I have to always change who I was as a person and like how I
Mm,
perceive things. But then like once she like asked me that, and then like once I realized that like that's not what I wanted, I I realized that like I wanted to be happy by myself no matter how I'm perceived um by everyone else, because
yep.
like if I'm happy with myself, and if I'm vibing with like my personality and like how I am as a person, then the people who have the same mentality as me, they're just gonna end up like gravitating towards me. And so like there's no need to actually go out there and try to get them, because just like work, just like everything, like it's gonna end up coming back to you. You just got to keep doing what you're doing, and like right, if it's like 1 years or 2 years, or like however long it's gonna be, you're gonna like it's gonna turn up, or it's gonna end well for you, just because um you're already enjoying the adventure. Like you don't need anything else. And then that's when I realized that like I wanted to change as a person. And right now I'm not saying that like I'm the person that I want to be for the rest of my life. Like I've become my ultimate self, my final form. But I like where this progression is. There was this like kind of downside to it, or like this little down, just because like I was studying really hard for this final, for one of my classes, and then I end up not doing well, and I think I might have to take it during the summer. But once like I passed that hurdle of like studying, and then once like I really look back at it, there's there's no reason for me to really like stress too much about what already happened. Like there's I can only control um what I can do, and then like there's like things in life that you can't control, and that's like one of the things. um and so you just gotta like I just gotta take it as it is, and the only thing I can control is how I react to it. And so that's something I'm trying to learn right now, is to react more positively, and then not be too stressed out, and try to like um kind of like voice out my like what's it called, my emotions, like uh express my emotions. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Sorry, my brain is just processing
Oh,
everything
you
that you've
good?
been talking about. I think one, I want to say that I think the progress you're making is fantastic. Um, and I think you already know that. I think it made me really happy to hear that you were happy with the progress that you've been making, because that's something that's I feel like is hard for people to acknowledge, is
Yeah.
when they are making progress from a place where they used to be. Generally speaking, people maintain this almost like overly critical, almost even negative perception of themselves. Like, yeah, like I've made some growth, but like I'm still like blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? There's always a
Mm-hmm.
but attached, but like there wasn't a but attached to your statement. They're like, you just said I'm happy with the progress I'm making, and that made me really happy to hear. Just plain and simple. Um, let's see. I want to add to this in some type of way, because everything you're saying, I think I align with to a certain extent. I think that where we differ, just for sake of conversation,
Yeah.
um, is is I and I established this when I was really young, really
Mm-hmm.
really young. Um, this idea, and it just like sparked a memory. It's like a flashback when I heard um, how and Helica presented you the question of like, who are you? Like
Mm-hmm.
immediately it just like snapped into my head, where I was explaining to myself, probably I was like 7 years old. I was explaining to myself who I was. And it was this weird experience, because like I'm talking to myself, right? But on one point of me is like a side that understands who they are, right?
Yeah.
And then the other side is asking the question. So it's like same person, but one half does and does not know. Really interesting experience. So the question was like, okay, Andy, like who is Andy? What is
Mm-hmm.
Andy? right? Blah blah. Blah. And I feel like generally when kids are young, they tend to transpose ideas that are placed onto them by who they're around or their
Yeah,
family
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever, right? So they're like, all right, little Johnny, like, who are you? Like, okay, I'm Johnny the firefighter. I'm Johnny, the doctor, the architect, whatever the case is, right? And my answer when I was really young was always like, sort of based around this chaos, right? Or this idea of like ever, what's the word? Just like continuous change,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, okay, who is Andy? Andy is a person of like resilience, and of like curiosity, and of, I didn't think this at the time, but I'm just gonna add it in now. Um, of like passion, right? Things that
Yeah.
I enjoy. So like the idea of Andy conceptually is that like I may not ever do the same thing for my whole life. Like when someone picks like one career, right?
Yeah.
I may never do that. I may never do a lot of things, but I also may do all those things. Depends, right? Just on
Yeah.
who I am at whatever this current time is. Um, and it's been that way ever since I made that decision when I was 7. So like 7 to like maybe like end of high school, I had this trend, and it actually continued through undergrad and even till now, of like I would take years of time learning something that I was passionate about at the time, right?
Mhm.
Then once I sort of spent hours and hours, like my 10,000 hours in that subject, I would switch to something else,
Yeah.
right? Almost like subconsciously, I wasn't even like, oh, I'm done. I just like found interest in something else. So
Mhm.
at first it was like sports. So I did like t-ball, and then I went over to soccer, then I did tennis, right?
Mhm.
And then same time I was doing like violin, and then I found even more athletics, and like now we're like in ninth grade, so I'm doing wrestling. And wrestling was like a new experience because it was the first sport that I did for longer than 2 years.
Yeah.
Um, Took everything I learned from wrestling, then went to dance. 4 years of dance go by. I'm on my fifth year right now. Then I go into music. So it's like this thing of like every 4 years, I'm
Mhm.
flip flopping into something else. And now with music, I hope that doesn't happen because, or I think it may happen, but in different ways, because music itself is super broad. So like you could flip flop subjects every
Yeah.
4 years, and I think you'd still be in the field. Um, but a really interesting idea of like who I am as a person is someone who just likes to dive into things and learn about them, and then um, going back to the question I asked you originally is like, how are you going to take this experience and like push off to like the next step, to the
Mhm.
next place, right? So like I feel like with every step that I've taken, it's done that, and it wasn't necessarily like conscious, right? So like with sports, you develop spatial awareness, you develop some athleticism,
Yeah.
right? You get an idea of like contact, right? Then you go into something like wrestling. It's just all of those things combined, right? Like
Yeah.
hand-eye coordination from t-ball, or like foot-eye coordination from soccer. Then it all sort of goes together. Then with wrestling, introduces this new aspect of like rhythm, right?
Mhm.
Rhythm and social contact, because like in all these other sports, it's kind of like it's almost isolated. Like you don't really like interact with people in a sense directly, like you throw a ball or whatever, right?
Mhm.
But with wrestling, it's a little different. Like you're physically like interacting with someone. Although it's a one-on-one sport, it's like I feel like it's more social in a sense,
Yeah.
right? Then introduce a sense of rhythm. Then from rhythm, naturally, it's like, oh, like let's go dance.
Yeah,
Like it
yeah.
doesn't make any sense. That story is so interesting. I had never had one intention to dance. I was just staying after school at Plano West one day, and I was walking around the halls. I didn't want to go home. I heard music coming out of that dance room,
Mhm.
right? I go check it out. It's like 4:45, so they've been in there for 30 minutes. They're about to end at 5. Walk in, right? And I'm like, "Oh, what is this? Like I want to be a part of it. Like I don't know what's going on."
Yeah, yeah.
Learn the dance, and that very first day is where I met like David Zhang and like Hamza and like all those other people from like the beginning, right?
Yeah.
And then like the very next week I joined Inc. Like all of this sort of just like tumbles, and like nothing was like on purpose. Then from dance, like what's the most important thing in dance is music, right?
Yeah.
So like it's such an interesting way of like how these things progress. And like I've been in music for maybe over 2 years now. Um and I feel like the learning curve for music is much slower. Anyway, where this all ties back together, going back to what you were talking about is like school, right? And like how it may not be a part of everyone's plan, or like just focusing on like what you want to do and what makes you happy is like sort of more important than like the path that you follow,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because if we have different paths but we're still experiencing something that like gives a lot of like satisfaction, like gratitude,
Yeah.
then like then that's good, right? It's sort of achieving the same thing with two different paths. I was thinking about it when you were talking about that, and I was like, I don't think if I went back, I would ever choose to do music school.
Really?
Yeah, and that's kind of a lie because I did do music school in a sense. When I was really young and I was first learning violin,
Mm-hmm.
I was taking like theory lessons and stuff
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. But nothing in terms of production or like pop music. It was all classical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to go back, I wouldn't choose to do music school, and here's why. Um, I don't. It's interesting for me, at least. I understand how like these schools can be so important to the overall education level of our country. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But like for me, like I'm not trying to receive average education, let alone pay for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't think I would ever choose to go to music school. I don't think there's a music school that exists that could give me the level of education that I want.
Mm-hmm.
Um, period. Let alone I don't care about the price,
Yeah.
right? Um, so like if I were to go back and do this again, what I would do is probably by the age of 14, I would start producing music. By 16, I would be in internships in studios. Then by 18, I would be an engineer, and by 20, I'd be working. Like that's the average lifespan. And by 20, if you're 20 working in the industry as an engineer, um, you're gonna be in a good spot,
Yeah.
right? Nothing guaranteed. But even as like from an artist standpoint, if I started making music at 14, by the time I was 20, which is 6 years, a long time,
Yeah.
very long time. The amount of quality you're able to provide into like your music at that point would be insane. Um, but I wouldn't do it anyways because that's exactly what I'm doing now, and I
Yeah.
feel like at a better level.
Yeah. I feel like, I mean, it's true that you're like you learn more as like whenever you find out like how to do it rather than having someone tell you how to do it.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
like that's what I found out like recently that like it's kind of ironic because whenever I'm like doing school and like I'm studying for a test because like I
Yeah.
never went to class, I I just like I just learn it off of their videos and I'd look at the problems and then I'd understand like I'd be like, oh, but then like I'd have questions for myself and then like I'd first ask I'd first try to figure it out myself and then like I don't know, it gives me more satisfaction figuring it out myself rather than like having my professor just tell me what to do.
Right.
And I kind of like relate that to I guess like music school or whatever. Or not even music school, just like any other school or any other classes that you're taking. Sure, like you need to know kind of like the fundamentals like maybe like if you have no idea if you're like me and you have no idea whatsoever on like coding or music production or whatever, you like for me to give me for me to have like a little head start, of course I'd look at like some YouTube videos on like how to do it or like ask people who've already been in the field on how to do it just so I can get like kind of a grasp.
Hmm.
But other than that, once I have kind of the basics, I kind of just like go off on my own and kind of like explore things.
Right.
And
I have a question for you. Oh, sorry. Go
yeah.
ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
Finish. I want to take this to more of like a future us,
Yeah.
right? Do you ever plan on like having kids? Do you want kids?
Yeah.
So like with this mindset or this idea of like schooling is not necessarily going to give you what you want, right? But
Mhm.
it could be a good introduction, at least to some basic fundamental concepts, or just get an idea and introduce you to certain topics to see if you are interested in them or not.
Mhm.
Um, let's say your kid was really, really interested in something. I don't know. You pick. What do you think they'd be interested in? Like, what's their passion? They're like
Um
7. What's their passion?
oh, this ironically enough, whenever I was like in like 7th grade or something, 7th or 8th grade, I
Mm.
was already heavily like I was super passionate about technology. Like when I was in like 6th, 7th grade, whenever one of my friends like gave me their old iPhone,
Mm-hmm.
like I already started like jailbreaking iPhones, like and I would actually do it by myself, and like I would jailbreak it and I would like restore it to factory reset, just and then I
Oh,
just do it
cool.
again. I would just do multiple. I do that multiple times, and I was
Uh-huh.
like in 7th grade, and then it actually came to a point because like I think the home button stopped working. This was like the iPhone 3G. Like the
Uh-huh.
home button stopped working, and so then I was like, well, fuck. I want to open. I want to like make sure my home button works.
Oh, you took it apart.
And so like I ended up taking it apart, and then like I was that's whenever I was like watching a lot of videos on like
Mm.
how to like repair like cell phones and whatnot. And unfortunately enough, I wasn't very like delicate with the hands. I ended up breaking something, and so my home button didn't work after that.
Dang.
But like but yeah, I like whenever I was young, I was super into like technology and computers and just everything like that. And so like um sorry if this is a tangent, but like
No, you're good.
I feel like if I'm like once I become a parent, like since I've been through that stage of like usually like 7, 10 years old, that's whenever they kind of have a grasp on like what's really interesting to them. The only downside whenever I was a kid was because my parents didn't really have a lot of money, and so they can't and like technology is a very expensive like hobby,
Mm.
and so like they can't really support that. um but I mean that didn't stop me from like watching like hundreds and hundreds of technology videos and like keeping up to date with like back then like a lot of the cell phones and a lot of like, and now it's mainly like computers and whatnot, or just like or like whenever like I'm in need of like, let's say recently I was in need of a new mic because my old mic was poopy. Like I went to like in depth and try to figure out what's the best bang for your buck. And so like I really looked at a lot of the options that I had, and I wanted to make sure that I was like I knew what I was getting, and I was like it was good. And then like I was also asking like some of my other friends who were more versed in it. But yeah, going back into it, like if my kid starts asking like kind of like keywords like, hey, can I get this, where like usually kids usually wouldn't want to get it just because like it'd be like, hey, can I get this I don't know, um can I get this like GPU or like this graphics card? And I was like of course a random kid wouldn't want that. They'd probably just want like a PS4 or something. Like
Right.
that'll give me like kind of like a hint that they want to learn more about it. And then like
Mm-hmm.
I seeing from where I was, I do whatever I can to help educate them help educate them, and also like help um kind of ask them questions just so like they also learn it themselves, and try to like give them any materials that I can like financially to help improve in that like field for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I feel like the hardest part about that whole situation would be like foresight.
Mhm.
Um, Generally, like if a parent is passionate about something, sometimes they like not necessarily like they push it onto their kid, but because they're so passionate, the kid is just surrounded
Oh
with
yeah,
that subject. You know what I'm saying? Like
that happened
if
to
I
me.
envision, oh, for real?
Yeah, like my dad is so passionate about sports. Like my dad and I have like complete polar opposites of our hobbies and interests. My dad is so into sports. Like he does basketball, he does tennis, he does um right now he's doing golf, he does fishing. He does a lot of outdoor activity and a lot of like physical activity.
Uh-huh.
Well, as for me, I'm more of like I want to like stay indoors. And so
Mhm.
whenever I was a kid, he was always pushing me on to play like tennis. And so like in middle school, I was playing tennis, and then like he'd actually like bring me out like in like a Saturday, and then like he'd teach me how to play tennis. But then
Nice.
like I didn't want to play tennis, and then
Oh,
like and
yikes.
then it transitioned over to basketball, and then he made me join a basketball team in like PSA, and then um he get very critical on basketball because that's like one of his like passions is basketball. And so like I understand it now, but back then like I was just super frustrated just because like I didn't want it in the first place, but
Yeah.
like I was kind of like forced into it.
Right.
Um and then that was the last part of him kind of like pushing me into a sport, because I think he started to realize that like that's not what I wanted to do. And then
Mm.
whenever I started getting into dance, that was something initially that he actually did not want to be a part of. And he actually said that like he like I wouldn't, or like it's not good, and that like I better like cut it off once I graduate from high school. Or
Look at us
like
now.
yeah. if if I still want like a roof over my head. So it's kind of like a threat.
Dang.
But
Yeah.
like the thing is like something that I realized that he didn't I guess figure out was my drive for it. And that like I still remember to this day that like after school I would go to dance practice. Not even dance practice, cuz whenever we were in Inc, I would go to like just normal dance classes
Hmm.
up to like 8 9 o'clock, and then have
Hmm.
him pick me up, and then do do my homework till like 10:30 11, and then go to sleep and have to wake up at 6. But then like the thing is like I love that schedule. Like I'm like pretty much like after school and that little dance period,
Hmm.
like I don't know, like I had like a burst of energy, like that I could dance for like 3 4 hours straight, like nonstop.
Yeah. Right. Right.
um but like that's something that like I guess he wasn't really like aware of at that moment, and so he wasn't really supportive of that. And like oh yeah, Aaron said I didn't know you danced too. It was a while back, whenever I was a limbo boy.
Oh, dang, Aaron, I didn't tell you that. We're on the same team. We're on
Yeah,
ink
I
together.
was I was a nimble boy, but now I'm a chubby chubs. I'm a I'm a chub with a dumpy. So
Christina was with the dumpy. Christina was on that R&B wave way before it was popular. It was crazy. I remember one day we were in the parking lot and he was dancing R&B, and I was like, "Bro, what are you doing? I don't comprehend what you're doing. I don't understand." So interesting. Um, I'm sorry that you had that experience. But I think that now that you've gone through that, it'll change your perspective on like how you will then
yeah,
interact with your kid, right?
that's
Um,
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, let's see, like I foresee the most difficult part of like supporting your kids' passions is understanding where they can go next.
Hmm.
So like it's almost like you're having to learn their passion alongside them in order to help yourself understand the path that they can follow. Because like you were saying earlier, like providing resources, right? Not, I mean, obviously resources cost money, right? So not only financially, but just like with quality of source, right? Like if your kid like was really into like technology, right? You wouldn't want to send them to just like any fucking average Joe like coding camp,
Yeah.
right? Like I'm trying to get you the good shit because like you are passionate about it,
Hmm.
right? If you didn't give a shit about it, why would I pay for the good shit? Like,
Yeah.
right? Like, so, but just give an idea, right? So I feel like that's the hardest part because if like my kid was really into like coding, right? Something I don't know anything about, how could I do a good job of supporting their passion and their like growth and development if I don't understand the possibilities of like where their passion could lead, right? But then now I have to learn coding,
Yeah.
like be able to understand how it can apply to different things. Um, just to like it's almost like leveraging your kid's experience to like push off of your own and theirs to understand where they could go. Um, Such an interesting idea. Like, and if I saw myself in the future with like music stuff, and the kid is being raised around music just intrinsically because I'm so passionate about it. If they took a even within music, if they wanted to take a different route in it, I would still have to learn alongside them to be able to like support them through that journey. Really
Mhm.
interesting concept, something that I've never thought about before tonight. Um, that's all I really wanted to say. Just a foresight, because like it's a kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the kid's dumb in a sense,
Yeah.
right?
Like
Like
he doesn't know what he wants to do in life.
right, he just knows that they like that,
Yeah.
right? And that's so precious to understand that so early is something that is really special. On the other hand, though, if the kid does the kid if it if it finds a passion, it's not guaranteed that that's the passion that they'll stick to, right? So that's the part that I feel like I would have to disassociate from the most is like, okay, because like like we were saying before, costs money, costs time, costs our own experience having to learn it and like help them proceed, right?
Hmm.
And then they switch, right? So like the last 7 years, we've been dumping money, time, experience, knowledge, right? And they switch, and then it's almost like you were robbed of their success.
Oh,
But I feel like we can't think about it, or else that's so selfish. You know what I mean? Like,
that's actually like right now, like as of now, I don't know how I'm gonna be in the future, but as of now, that's not how I like see things. Cause
good.
like let's say like I have a kid right now,
Hmm.
and like he's like 7 years old or whatever, and like he's talking about it's because um I still remember from this to this day the first time that I realized how passionate I was with technology.
Mm.
It went to the point where like I was talking to my mom and I was in like I don't know like eighth grade or eighth ninth grade, and then like and like the thing is like you have to be transparent with like your kid on like the financial needs, because once they realize how important it is to have money in order to do what you want to do, that's something they like the kid needs to know. And that's what I'm thankful, because like my mom told me that um we like she told me straight up like we don't have money to like buy you a computer, but then I told her that like I would work during the summer to earn my own money so I can buy a computer. um and I think that's one of the like I think to me that's one of the obvious points to know that your kid is super devoted to that topic. But at the
Right.
same time, after 5 6 or even 2 years, if they end up not liking, or if they end up changing subjects on what they want to do, um it's not necessarily that I lost money and I didn't get like a reward in the end, like they didn't become like famous, popular, or whatever. um i I'm more happy about the journey that we took together,
Mm.
and rather than like the end, because um I'm realizing now that I'm that type of person that I love to see other people um be passionate on what they want to do, like,
Right.
and if they're like super passionate about something, um I would want to try to ask questions in order to learn more, so that it'll be a more like interesting conversation, and so that like I don't know, it'll be more fun for both parties. And so that's
Yeah.
kind of how I see things.
Yeah. I like that. I agree, and I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
we
that's it.
we've,
Okay,
we've
let's
we've
go
been
on. Let's
talking.
move on.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for a while. And also hello to the 5 viewers that's in the chat.
Bro, that's how you know, because we're talking about some, very impactful subjects.
Yeah,
So I feel like people are really enjoying,
enjoying
what they're
this
getting
moment.
at.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting it. Yeah, what they're getting from here. So, okay, let's move on. So far we've covered like mukbang, sound design. Then we went on to like bathtub
Deep. Oh
streamers.
yeah,
Then we went
bathtub
on to,
streamers.
our careers, our experiences, and how we are choosing to proceed through life, at least at this time. Then projected that into our future, and then now where are we going?
I want to answer one quick question. Aaron says, "Is that how we met?" Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact moment where we met,
Oh,
but
I
I
do.
do remember. Oh, you remember?
Yeah.
Okay, what is the story?
Okay. So, how it was the first time I remember like seeing you physically is we were at the medical building. You know that G Hall or whatever, the G building.
Yeah, yeah.
We were outside the doors, and then Kevin was uh saying this is like we're auditioning for um I forgot what it's called.
Was it Liberian Girl?
The song?
Liberian Girl, gung gung gung
I don't remember the
gung
song.
gung gung
It was
gung gung gung.
all I remember was I was wearing this like this weird like striped jacket, and I had my hood like this, all looking so Filipino edgy swag. And then that was whenever I was like straight up sweating because like it was an audition. And then I remember because like I was like focused too much to because I was like I want to get in, and it's because that was before Ink.
Hmm.
That was before the Ink tryouts, and then I turned around and I saw you, and then like you were standing next to like a girl or something, and then I think I saw Taylor, but I think I already knew Taylor because he was in my
One of your
physics
classes.
class. Yeah,
Yeah. I think I remember this. So were we, that arch, right, that
yeah,
leads to the parking lot?
yeah.
Were we like facing the parking lot and
Mm,
right in front of that arch,
no,
or
we were
no?
we
Oh,
were
we were in
facing a
that
door.
glass part,
Yeah,
huh? Yeah. Dang, I don't remember this.
yeah. We were facing the
I
door
don't
on the
remember that.
left side, and then we were doing
Yeah.
auditions. And then whenever it was my turn to audition, um, I guess I did well because damn, I forgot his name.
I
Jackson,
was about to ask if you did well. Kevin Jackson?
Kevin. Yeah,
Chris Hong, Kevin Jackson.
yeah.
Yeah.
They started popping off, and I was like, I don't know. I was so self centered. I was like, damn, I did good. But it's probably like
Yeah.
some other person.
um,
I think it was
Dang.
Asian Fest or whatever. I don't remember. But
I don't know. I don't remember that day at all. Do you remember if I did good or not?
yeah, you did good. It's because I think I remember because like uh I think I was already talking to Kevin at that point, and that was whenever my friendship with him like started to grow. And then he said
Huh.
like you were already like a shoe in, and like you were already like trying for, and that was whenever Kels was there too.
Oh
Remember
my
him? Yeah, that
gosh.
was
OG. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, not really OG. I just mean like
back in
back
the
then.
day. Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
pioneers of West. But then
That's so funny.
rest in peace, DFC. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I still I got what I needed. I got my friends.
Yeah, I mean, what, 12 years? 12
Hmm.
years later, you know, still hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. M- that's not my first memory of you. I might have been too focused, or I might have not known anyone there.
Oh,
So I wasn't like,
do you want me to tell you like I think uh that first moment I think you were focused because like you looked so mean. Like you had a mean mug, and I was like, damn, that guy looks like a dick. And then I just turned around.
I don't doubt it, man. I believe that 100%. 100% I believe that.
If I
That's
didn't know
so
you,
funny.
I'd be like, damn, I don't want to be near this guy. He looks mean.
Wow, this guy looks fucking like an asshole. That's so funny. Yeah, yeah, I think generally when I think really hard and I'm focused, my eyebrows like come in a little bit. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
look
yeah.
like yeah. Yeah, yeah. Dang, that's funny. Um my first memory, hmm, my first memory of you is I don't know which one came first. I have terrible sense of chronological order. Absolutely horrible sense of chronological order. Is either that parking lot session that we did, or that one time you and Taylor were waiting for me under that bridge in GE building when we went and got lunch for the first time.
Um,
Do you know which one came first?
I don't remember the parking lot session.
Okay, then it probably was the lunch one. I don't know.
What was the parking lot session? Was that in West
Uh,
too?
yeah, that was in West. I remember what you were wearing. Because I remember, because like I was saying, like when you were dancing R&B style type
Yeah.
stuff, I was like, what is this? Like, what is this? Like magician. I don't know what he's doing. You were wearing like a 3/4 sleeve hoodie. I think it was white 3/4 sleeve hoodie, and then you were wearing like white denim or like tan denim shorts and like the low top white Converse type shoes.
Bro, I did not have style. I did not have fashion.
That-
That sounds
that's what he
gross.
that's what he said after all that. That's so funny. Um yeah, yeah. Lots of like random memories that just like pop in. But anyway, let's continue. What do we got going
I
next?
we got. Do you want to talk about the fan questions or?
What's next on the I mean, we only got like maybe 15, 20 minutes left, so
Oh yeah, we can go to trash or gas if you want.
oh sure. I only got one song for today's Trash or Gas.
Well, I kind of have a little bit more, maybe three. I don't know. I'll have to
Oh
see.
God. Pick your best one.
Damn.
Pick your best one. Um, do you have any backstories for yours? I
For
have
which
some
one?
backstory for the song that I picked.
Oh, for this song?
Yeah.
Not really.
The song. Do you know who Bella Porch is?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's a
So
TikTok star, right?
yeah, she is. Her story's so interesting. I believe she served ugh, in the military, some sort of armed forces she served in,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then she's no longer serving, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then she got on TikTok and then she got really popular for this M to the B, M to the beat, M to the beat, whatever this like facing thing.
Yeah.
She blew up as the I think it's the most viewed video on TikTok.
Oh my goodness.
Um then what a smart like business strategy, right? So she is capitalizing on all this attention that she's getting, right?
Yeah.
Continues to create content, and for a couple months I feel like she was just trying to figure out how she can pivot off of this attention to like start being profitable, right?
Yeah.
So then she turns into like a real creator, like a real content creator. Like she's getting like professional photos done, like themed photos,
Yeah.
like starting trends, utilizing like different people's music, right? And then she drops a song. She introduces very subtly her video of her playing ukulele and singing, something that she's done for her whole life,
Yeah.
right? And people, because she has hundreds of millions of followers at this point who have no idea that she could sing,
Yeah.
right, or play an instrument for that fact. And they're like, "Oh my God, we love your voice." Blah blah blah. Like, "Oh my God, like, could you put this out?" Oh, like all of these, like, okay, doesn't it just make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, now, hey, we got her a voice. She has a voice. She has a face,
Mm-hmm.
right? And she has a huge platform. Now, what do we do as business people? We turn her into the next Ariana fucking Grande, right? So what they did, the story behind this exact song is called "Build a Bitch."
Yeah.
That's what the song is called "Build a Bitch." Have another TikTok musician. Her name
Yeah.
is Salem Elise, I believe, and she blew up for a song called "Mad at Disney." Have you heard of that song? I'm mad at Disney, Disney. Dun, dun,
Oh
dun,
yeah.
dun. No, yeah, you heard of that? Huge song, right? So they actually incorporate her as a songwriter for Bella,
Oh wow.
right? Right. Then they have producers who probably did the same production for Salem as well. So
Mm-hmm.
like these songs have gotten like 500 million and up already,
Mm-hmm.
right? In tandem with Bella's face, her style, right? Her personality and her huge fan base, the result coming out of it is called Build a Bitch, and the music video is super fire for it as well. So Build a Bitch, the story is, as you can probably tell by the title, it's like Build a Bear, where you get to
Yeah.
choose all the like different aspects, right? But they chose to call it Build a Bitch. So like you can't pick and choose all the different aspects of a woman that you want, right? It doesn't work like that. So then it's
Yeah.
this whole rebellious thing. So I'm really excited for y'all to listen to it. I think it's a great song conceptually. I think it's produced well. And I think overall, it's just an extremely smart decision on Bella's part in terms of pivoting her fame into something that's more profitable.
It's called Build a Bitch, right?
It is called Build a Bitch. That is
I
correct.
so I think let me see. Is it I don't know if they have it on.
Oh, that one's too short, huh? All these options are too short. Hold on. Hey, it's on YouTube though.
Oh, if you just go to here, I'll go to YouTube and I'll just do the whole link.
Dang, 13 million views in 23 hours.
Wow.
Shit's insane.
Okay, let me try this. Oh, there we go. This is called Build a Bitch.
All right, that's it.
That's
That's
it.
it.
All right.
That's the gist of it. That's the gist of it. I think the song is so like. Oh, what's your opinion on it? Do you think it's a good song or a bad song?
Um, I think it's a pretty good song. I mean, I wouldn't put it in my playlist, but I would
Right.
see how other people would like it.
I was actually gonna be on the verge of saying it's a bad song. Sorry, Bella. I know you watched this. Sorry, Salem. I know you watched the podcast. Not that it's a bad song in a way that is insulting. I'm trying to say that it's a very, um, it's the perfect song. It's
Yeah.
exactly what it needs to be. Conceptually, really good. Right. Production's great, and it matches the personality of Bella very well. Right. It's
Mhm.
perfect. It's just perfect. Perfect marriage of concepts. But I just think the song sucks. Like
It's
this
just
ain't build a bitch. Like it's like it's fucking dope. It's really dope
yeah.
and sucks all at the same time. I think Half Me is where you're coming from. Like it sucks to the point of like I wouldn't put on my playlist. It's not something I would listen to, but I respect it so much.
Yeah.
Respect this song so much.
Yeah,
All right, what do you got going on?
I got have you heard of the song Lay It Down by with like the Steelix remix?
Absolutely not.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's another TikTok song. Um it got pretty popular cuz I actually listened to it like a while back and then I watched the TikTok and I was like, "Oh, this is a really good song." And I searched it up on YouTube and I realized that like I already played it through and I'm
Mm.
like, "Oh,
I've
dang,
known
look at
about this
me."
song.
Yeah.
Hey, Christina's ahead of the curve,
I'm ahead of
man.
the curve. So, it got more funk to it.
I'm down. I'm ready.
I actually want to play this one and just another song, just because the other song it just gives me like crazy classic vibes.
All right, I'm
Um,
down.
lay it down.
I was gonna say no, only one song allowed, but then you said it was classic vibes, and I was like, okay.
Okay, so this is called "Laid Down" by Steelix.
Oh, I do know that song.
That's pretty much it.
I like it. I like that song.
It's a good song.
What's the TikTok trend that's going along with that? Is it the garage door one?
Yeah.
Oh, it is that one. Okay, cool.
Like the guy has the camera on the garage door, and then he just like starts walking to it.
Yeah, we should try that someday. That's a fun song. All right, what's the next one? I like that song.
This one is called dang, I gotta pull it back up because it's not the song on that I initially put or that I initially wanted to play, but it's on my playlist, so you know it must be fire.
It must be good if it's on the playlist. It's gotta be.
You know, I think I had like my taste in music changes like throughout my years, that like some of the songs in my playlist I don't like anymore, but I'm too lazy to take it out, so I just keeps passing through it.
Yeah, just skip them.
Oh, and also I know J. Cole lists or watches this podcast. Shouts out his new album dropped today.
Yeah, congrats, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah. It's being so well received, so I'm really happy that it has.
Yeah. I was gonna play one, but like I like him as an artist, but like the album it didn't catch me right off the bat.
Oh, I was gonna say next podcast we should listen from top to bottom.
Oh, I'm down. And then see like how our thoughts about it.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Okay, have you listened to the song's called Dreams, Fairy Tales, and Fantasies by ASAP Ferg featuring Brent Faiyaz and Salam Remy?
Oh my gosh, that is a crazy combo of people. I haven't heard the song, but with Brent and Ferg, I don't recognize the third artist, but just with them two alone, this is gonna be crazy.
His voice gave me here. I'll just play it. This is called Dreams, Fairy Tales, and Fantasies. Let me hear. There. It gives me like Biggie vibes.
I call you Gata, cause you's a wildcat. You leave me with a big neck scratch when I hit it from the back. Pillow under your stomach, you like it like that. They catch you half sleep, so you can't fight that. We go for hours, fuck in the shower, pussy devour, foreplay in the kitchen, bend it over the counter. You taste like candy, I eat it like sour power. You be like in it rough, your body soft as a flower. And when we finish, you be holding me. Put your head on my chest, you consoling me. Quick to close the blinds when I'm hitting that, but I'm hoping you leave it open so they know it's me. From the beginning, you said it was mine, and I could tell the way you said it that you weren't lying. You sent me text through the day like, baby, you fine, and I can still feel the tingle up and down my spine. Dreams, fantasy when you're around me. I must be losing my dream. Fairy tale fantasy when you're around me. I must be losing my mind. You know you belong to me. You could bring your whole squad plus 3. You don't like to get told what to do, but you like it when I put you on a leash. All fours for me.
on the floor for me. Have you scratching walls, parkour for me. And every night I'll hit it right. I'ma bring you on tour with me. Yeah, you the one for me. And even if you're wrong for me, shit, it's a good mistake. Even when I'm wide awake, I'm in a dream.
Alright.
Fantasy when you're around me.
You just want to play the rest of the song?
I must be
Sure.
losing
Alright.
my
It looked like you were vibing to it.
fantasy when you're around me. I must be losing my mind.
Oh, this song feel like new pussy, making it gushy. Hot throb of the project, spandex in a hoodie. Timbos, and your baby father was a bimbo. Hence low, rather be bothered with all of them hoes. We can fly to Jamaica, fuck all the haters. I'll take you out of the projects, mansions with elevators. We could drive and hit the city in Lambo. Then lay down on the beach and watch the sand blow. Have you ever spent money without a worry? Shop till we drop Celine bags and Burberry. Bathing suit, Chanel boots for dinner time. Baby, we looking good, so you know we finna shine. Then head back to the villa to get up in a fireplace when it's winter. We fucking on a chinchilla, you fucking with a winner. The heavy spender, you know it's me. I'm trying to bring out the freak in you like Jodeci.
Okay, I think I'm good.
Alright.
I must be losing my mind.
All right. Interesting song.
Was that trash or gas for you?
I'm trying to decide. Here's my thought process. So, like, I'm very biased when it comes to listening to music because, like, when I listen to music, it's like not the same as just like consuming it.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, so on one hand, I think I like the song. I think I like it, but the vocals on it were so raw, that I was confused.
Yeah.
So like, I was literally gonna stop and be like, "Is this an official audio? Like, or is this like a leak? Like, what is this?" And I look in Trash or Gas and it's like official audio, and it's so confusing to me because like, there are parts where ASAP Ferg is like trying to sing,
Yeah.
right? And he's not on like at all. And I'm just like, that's so interesting because like they could have easily just like pitched him down to like be good.
Yeah.
But then same with Brent. Brent's vocals, because like I've heard Brent's music and when
It's
his
good.
vocals are processed, oh my god, it's so lush, right? And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? That's first note. So I think overall I still like the song. The other thing is, I don't fully conceptually grasp like horny rap. I don't fully understand
Oh
it.
yeah,
There's
for sure.
there's another artist. Do you know Guap Dad 4000?
Yeah.
So he describes himself as, because I know Guap Dad watches this, and same to Ferg and Brent
yeah.
And Salem. He describes himself, at least at the point where I was watching that interview or that documentary, as like horny scam rap. So he's a scammer, so he raps about scamming.
Mm-hmm.
Then he's also horny, so he raps about being horny, right? I feel like this sense, it's almost like horny for Ferg and like money,
For Brent.
right? I don't know. Yeah, it was interesting. So I think I like it. I think I like the song. It's really 50-50, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I could.
Like for my take on it, like it's I don't have like the technical like prowess that you have on like music production and all that, but like for me, maybe the reason why they didn't like really fine tune, like they kept it more raw than really like produced, was maybe to try to keep it that like old school vibe.
Yep, I agree with you
That's-
100%. I think it was an intentional choice.
Yeah, but with Ferg actually like singing, I think we could have dodged that. I don't think that was needed. Brent was doing
No.
fine.
I think you're right. I think the fact they left it raw, I think lends itself to like the vibe is better, like with it unprocessed like that. But also in another sense, like I don't know if they thought about it like this. So Ferg in the chat, let us know if this is actually how you thought about it. Because he's in here, y'all. I don't know if y'all know.
Yeah.
Because like he's talking about sex, right? And the vocals are raw. So do you think he was like, bro, we should keep the vocals raw because like you have sex raw sometimes, you know what I mean?
That sounds like his logic.
Ferg, let us know in the chat. Is this true or
Yeah.
not?
Let us know in the chat. I know you follow me too on my Instagram. Oh yeah.
Oh, he said it's true.
It's true,
Oh, he
it's
said
true.
It's true.
Okay,
Oh my
okay.
gosh. Well, thank you for that insight, Ferg. You heard it here first, folks.
On
The
the
concept goes deeper than just music.
every song that he has goes deeper than just music.
We don't know how deep, but it does go deeper than music. Interesting. Thank you so much for having me here tonight, Christina. I appreciate the podcast.
Hey, no
all.
problem, no problem.
That's it.
And also thank you for all the 5 viewers in the chat that stayed till the end. I hope you liked this podcast. If you did and you're not followed yet, go ahead and give us a follow. Give this channel a follow, and also donate however much you can, just so you can help support the stream, because like I said during the podcast, I ain't got money. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. We're gonna have this podcast every week on Fridays, 9 to 11. I still haven't made, or pretty much, yeah, I still haven't like formatted the Spotify playlist for all the Trash or Gas songs, but I have all the songs on a like a spreadsheet, so we got the songs listed. Yeah, so stay tuned for that one. Other than that, make sure you guys stay safe out there. It's still the pandemic, so don't be going out doing crazy stuff. Andy, you got any last words for the viewers?
No, I just want to say special thank you to Angelica, Aaron, Ferg, Brent, Salem, Bella, Guap Dad, and did we list anyone else?
Drake.
Drake wasn't in the chat today. You can't just list random people. They have to have been in the chat today.
That's true. My bad. I thought I could slide that one through.
Nah, when Drake is in here, it'll be a different story. But I mean, Drake, like you're probably watching this in the future. I know you're not in here right now because Canadian hours are a little bit different.
He's probably watching it with one of his homies.
Right. I mean, yeah, maybe like a couple hours or so, like when it's published, like he'll probably be checking it out, like while he's in the studio with like 40 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be crazy if like one day like we just talk this into like existence and like one day like they're actually all in here?
I mean, we could do that, because okay, this is like the last tangent, but I was watching the Tyler One like documentary, and then he spoke into existence that he's gonna be the most popular streamer in League, and he just spoke that out.
He just did it.
He did it. I was like, okay, well, we're gonna be the most popular podcast. I just spoke it out.
Right. We're gonna be much more than that. I think it'll start with a big podcast. Then it'll branch out to having multiple companies under different podcasts or different platforms, I guess. So like I can foresee us having like a casual podcast as one.
Oh yeah.
Then maybe even like a music blog, so turning Trash or
yeah.
Gas into like its own like company, right? And then maybe doing another mukbang company.
Oh yeah.
Right? And then maybe doing like it's already like 3 or 4 ones right there. You know what I mean? Like, and they're all gonna be raking in like, oh man, it's gonna be so much fun doing them. Not even about the money, right? Just having a lot of fun in the process.
Yeah.
And that's it, man. I think it's gonna be great. I'm so excited for it's honestly not gonna be very far away.
Yeah, to be honest.
We could start the mukbang company in like 2 months, probably tops.
Yeah, because considering the rate that we are in, like this is only our 7th episode, and then like the first 2 episodes, the only people watching was Andy, James, and Taylor, and then now we ain't even got none of them anymore.
Right. Now we got Ferg and Guap and Salem and Bella. Yeah, like I said, shouts out to them. Thank you for everyone's support. And I'm starving, so I'm gonna go eat.
Okay. All right.
All right, bye, guys.
See you guys later.